Okay, I am getting ready for Eid today. All of Eid weekend, I just didn't have the time. Friday I was working and Saturday was Navroz and I was meeting some friends, so I didn't have the time to like sit down and get dressed properly and do my whole like nails and my hair and my makeup and wear the nice clothes. And I can do that today, and it's Sunday, but I have nowhere to go after this, so I'm just gonna get dressed and go get a cup of coffee. I'm gonna start with some skin prep. So I'm using the Trader Joe's rose water. It's still kind of winter here. My skin gets kind of dry in the winter, even though I have like very oily skin normally. So I just like to spritz it up with some rose water or some kind of hydrating toner. Once that is dry, maybe I should start with the eyes first, since I want to do a bit of a nice eye look. For primer, I find that the Milk primers keep the makeup on the longest because they're kind of tacky and they are hydrating. They have a normal version which I'm using. They also have like a glowy version which is kind of shimmery. So if you're doing like a more like evening look, I would say you can even do the shimmery one. Or if your skin is dry, you can do the shimmery one. I like the normal one, otherwise my skin looks like you can see the pores very clearly if I use the shimmery one. I use this pretty generously on my face, especially my eyes, because eyeshadow is very powdery and it can dry out your eyes. Texture on my skin, which is absolutely normal, just a little bit more, this much more. I'm just gonna take it on my fingers and I'm gonna put it on my lids, a little bit extra. The other really budget friendly base I like is the L'Oreal Lumi Glotion. I use it in the shade Light Glow 902. And I mix it with whatever foundation or concealer I'm using. So just by itself, it feels just like shimmer. But with something else, it just makes matte things very nice and glowy. And it sits better on your face because foundations can be a little bit drying. This is the worst way to keep your makeup. How do you find anything in here? I'm also gonna just prep my lips while I do the rest of my makeup. Otherwise, they get really dry. Just gonna go ahead with the Summer Fridays lip balm. This is the Patrick Ta cream foundation set, and I use this as eyelid primer sometimes. It gives like nice coverage to your lids if you're doing like a full eye makeup and the colors show more pigmented. So if you are doing like really nice bright colors on your eyes, it helps to have some concealer or some base on your eyelids beforehand. Dab it on my hand first, and then I will go on my lid and I'll just lightly cover it. Like, I'm not caking it out because we do want to give some space for the powders to stick, but I am giving it some coverage. I have realized recently that less is more with makeup. Growing up, I had no understanding of the amount of product I needed to use. I've also used this a lot. You can probably see I've picked out like so much of this. My sister got me this as a present. She has the best taste in eyeshadow. I don't know how she just knows what products are good. I'm gonna pick the cool brown here, tap it off, and I will go in on my crease. Where you hold the brush from, I've learned, helps a lot. So if you hold it closer to the tip, you're just going to go in with the color really dark and you're not going to get enough of a chance to blend it out. But if you hold the brush from a little bit far away, you can actually control the blending a lot better. I want to do a little bit of green because my outfit is green. Take the green, trust the process. The other finger, take the lighter green, trust the process. I'm gonna use my fingers to blend out the initial part of this. In the initial part of my blending, I don't venture on top of my crease if I can help it. I keep it below because I know inevitably my finger is big and it's going to extend on top. So I just try to be careful about that. Just going to take a neutral brown from here to blend out my crease. This one. I'm gonna go back and brighten the green just a little bit. I think it looks nice. We'll quickly do our brows. I have very sparse brows, so I don't really fill them in that much. This is the Kosas brow pen, Brow Pop Nano. The blade is super thin. They just should frame my eyes nicely and not steal the focus from them. I am all about the shimmer, so I'm going to use a little bit of glitter in my inner corner. This is Kulfi Beauty's eyeshadow in the color Sona Sona. The one liner I have used for years is the NYX Epic Wear. Yeah, I messed it up. Sometimes it's so hard to believe that the ColourPop eyeshadow pans are $14 and they're this pigmented. Great value for money. I have really bad eyesight, so for some reason I can't do liners away from a big mirror, but I'm gonna try anyway. Because if I never do it, I'm never gonna learn. Not perfect, but good enough. For the face, I'm mixing this Glotion with the Kosas concealer. Took this much Glotion, this much concealer, mix them together on my hand, and I then go into my eye. This gives my face a little bit definition. I try not to cover the natural pink of my cheeks also, just because it makes my makeup look a little bit more natural. Take the Sephora bronzer. This is in the shade Golden Gateway. Add some color. And the Glotion has already given me a glow without me doing any highlighter. Round strokes here. And then I'll just bring them down so it doesn't look chunky. Yeah, and I don't think I need any blush. I need a pop of pink because my outfit is pink. I was thinking of just going in with this House Labs highlighter. Pretty. One hack I have is I just carry the Huda Beauty puff in this case with powder on it. It's got too much on my puff still. Dab off the excess. Set the smile lines. Set the forehead. Now we can use setting spray, set the face. There isn't a good way to say this, but I think the one size setting spray is the best setting spray out there. Period. The On Till Dawn setting spray. Then we will hydrate. For lipstick, I'm going to keep it neutral because my eyes are heavy. So I'm just going in with a brown ColourPop lip pencil. It's in the shade BFF3. A neutral brown. This is the Sephora lip stain. I'm gonna clean up the lips with whatever concealer is left on my brush. I'm gonna go back in and fix that. I'm a big brown lipstick girl. I don't love pink lipstick. I don't think it looks good on me. To create the illusion of a little bit of fullness, I've recently started going in with a little bit of concealer on my lips. And to wrap it up, I'm gonna go over this with a lip gloss, but I'll do that at the very end after I'm ready because it gets on my clothes otherwise. Here we have mascara. This is Maybelline mascara.